Hi, what's up, Nick? Whew. Sorry, guys, just woke up a little bit ago. All right, so we do have a pause on a trade war, which is doing good things to the market right now. Nasdaq looks like up 1.88%. That font is almost too small for me to be able to see it, but nice gap up. This consolidation um, breakout, and so far we're still alive. Yeah. How's your weekend, Nick? What'd you do, buddy? Anything? All right, gonna go to IBD, check out, see if the paper oil prices jump after OPEC surprises market. That could bring the market down a little bit. Chinese trade war ceasefire could be a catalyst for swing trading, although I think this is just a way for them to sell their swing trading platform. Let me check the EIBD, see if they got anything going on over there. 1.92%, moving up a little bit more. Market's going to open in a little bit by the time you hear me right about now. Hey, Justin, Rob, what's up, guys? All right, market opening here in a little bit. I'm going to go down to our actionable list here. Zio, Tesla, Twilio, Pays, Uber. Oh, that's cool, Nick. Yeah, karate was pretty good. My kid got punched in the throat. Other than that, it was fine. Won a first place, two second places, and a third place. Third place is when he got punched in the throat. Other than that, yeah, good stuff. All right, AMD up. Nvidia looking strong. Well, I think a lot of things are going to look strong here. Tesla gapping up could be interesting. Twilio Pays is up 1.8%. Let's see what's on our global list. As we have some China names up there that could be pretty good. Acacia getting a very strong bounce this morning out of lows, very similar to what we were looking at with that stock that starts with I that I can't think of right now. I think it starts with an I. Down to lows, bouncing off of that, gapping pretty hard. Skyworks, another chip name. MU, another chip name. IQ, a China name. So he's got to wait and see if this is going to be a gap that sustains or something they sell into. Oh, iRobot. This is the I name. This is the I name. So this may get going. How's volume look this morning? 39,000. It's definitely out of the range. Of course, we had it out of the range here last week and it sold off. So it's hard to say exactly if we're going to sustain this, but so they said pause in the trade war. I don't actually know what that means. Our pays and new highs. Okay, there we go. That's good for pays. Uber's doing okay. Twilio doing okay. Tesla ZTO, it gapped above that little flag right there. All right, so I'm going to take a look at this China article. So Trump and Xi Jinping, I think that's how you say that, and he's agreed to a ceasefire of sorts in the U.S. trade war. I don't quite know what that means. Okay, in G20, that included talks between Trump and Jinping went fell well short of a deal on what would end the U.S. trade war. They did appear to take their finger off the trigger, though vaguely. U.S. agreed not to broaden or increase for the time being its current array of tariffs on $30 billion or $300 billion in the China-made imports. China agreed to buy what Trump called tremendous amounts of U.S. goods with the goal of stemming the still rising U.S. trade deficit. So it's okay. So Huawei was also on the board. Okay, so looks like the fingers off the trigger is basically what they're saying, and the market's rallying based on that. Which is probably why we're not seeing such a crazy market rally. All right, actionable is Pays leading going into new highs today. ZTO, the gap, iRobot, and that gap's looking okay. Volume's pretty good this morning. It's raining stocks. Kind of. Kind of. AMD's selling off. Not a great sign. Match, INSG, SE. EPAM. This could get interesting. EPAM could get interesting. So, yep, this is a cup and handle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So definitely qualifies as a cup and handle. And your buy point is 10 cents above the high in the handle, which is 179.61. So 179.71 would be your buy point up here for EPAM. Pretty tight little consolidation too. Nice bounce on earnings. Although the highest volume came over here. Another bounce day. It's like Friday. Looks like it was a pocket pivot. And I still don't get much more clarification on that, but it looks like it was. 524. So EPAM looking pretty strong. Oops. The hell is happening here? I can't type without looking at the keyboard anymore. This guy looking one of the best here today. Rounding top on what? On the markets or EPAM? EPAM's a cup and handle. So market's outperforming a lot of the stocks right now. Market's up 1.9%. 1.9% on my actionable list puts the market up 50% above, 50% below the market, which is, I guess, about right. That should probably happen almost on any given day. But the fact our leaders list here isn't stronger than the market, not necessarily a great sign. Pays rocking higher, 8% higher now. AMD with a tremendous amount of volume this morning. So take an opportunity to sell the news a little bit, it looks like. Let's go to the global watch list. And then I think we'll go through the IBD 50, see if there's any new names we should throw up on here. Weird gain on TQQQ last Friday. That does happen from time to time. I have noticed that myself. I'm not exactly sure why. It could be due to maybe option settling or something like that. I don't know, but I have seen that once or twice in the past. I don't check the gains every single day, so I can't say how often. But I have seen that as well. I've seen that for a couple of days, actually. You thought I'm buying AMD, it looked like a rounding top. Oh, maybe you mean on the 5-minute right here. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, Rob. As I saw what it's doing the past couple of days, I was thinking about you too. I'm like, sucks. Rob got bumped out of that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen again. Happens to me all the time. Just be thankful for the ones that you're able to stay in. That's about all you can do. Rounding top is on EPAM. With this lead in getting kind of, yeah, I guess it looks like it a little bit. But look at how aggressive that run up was from 105 up to 180. That was almost a straight up run. Here's the 50-day. It broke the 50-day and never quite looked back, and then just stalled out. So I'm not really mad at EPAM whatsoever at this stage, but yeah, it does have kind of a sloping feel to it. But one of the better stocks today, 2.84, is outperforming the NASDAQ by almost a full percentage point, so that's pretty good. I wonder what TQQQ, if that's holding up today. Yeah, 5.89. That sounds about right in terms of being 3%. So, let's go through the paper and IBD here and see if there's anything that's, fun. Yeah. IQ's 20%. How did I thought I had IQ on my charts. Did that pop more? Oh, 6%. You scared me. Yeah, I thought we looked at IQ. The past couple of days, IQ's done pretty good. We saw this yesterday. I missed it the day before here on that large rally. During the show, it wasn't up that big. I don't think we ever got to it on the global list. But yesterday it showed up, and a nice continuous. This is a little mini gap, but there's a much larger gap. But IQ's looking a little bit better in the bigger picture here. Yeah, right. It's pissing me off. And Tesla holding up pretty good and coming back pretty strong. Although it's fairly low volume on the drop down compared to that, or to the bounce compared to the sell off right there. So we'll see. All right, let's go through the paper, see if there's anything else we can add to our list here. Let's go to the big cap 20 or the sector leaders. Then we'll do big cap 20. All right, so Atlassian, Extended, Bison has a new alternative entry. New flat base emerges on EPAM. They're calling it a flat base. Interesting. Well extended from a flat base entry. Okay to take profits on Glob. KL, this is your gold play, climbs into profit territory. At top of a buy zone for Paycom. 4 weeks tight entry. ServiceNow back below. Flat base entry, no sell rule triggered. So ServiceNow possibly actionable if it pulls back to the 50-day. Looks like it's pretty close there. Fell 8% from an ascending base. It's a sell signal for UPLD. And that's it for the sector leaders. Not too many sector leaders today, only 8. Big cap 20. We got Vive Systems here. New handle on INCY yields an entry. Accumulation A minus. Last quarter EPS 986% is pretty good. Prior quarter 1900%. Quarter sales 30% for INCY. Take a look at INCY. I don't think we have that one up here. It looks like it's actually coming out of a low area. 60 appears to be an area of support. And we're up here towards 90. In a fairly nice basing structure. Good volume a couple weeks ago. Well, it actually doesn't look bad. And with some really good earnings numbers. All right, let's throw it on the actionable list. And Mongo staying underperforming. That's going to get removed. Eli should rejoice. Sand, Atlassian. See if I need to remove anything else. Illumina has been just slowly making its way higher every day for the past couple of weeks right there. ZTO up 4% today. Yeah, that's right. We saw that. It's like pays come in a little bit. All right, back to the paper here. We got ServiceNow, high, CDNS, LMT. CDNS in buy range from a flat base. Amazon cup and handle base shows 1964 entry. CDW is forming a flat base. Good volume in these last 2 weeks. Let's take a look at CDW. Oh, looks like it broke out this morning and is stalling some. Yeah, great volume on Friday. Of course, I think options closed. I think it was a triple witching Friday, last Friday. But man, look at that extension on CDW on the weekly, from 17 to 113. That's huge. So that could get going. I mean, several pocket pivots here. You got one pocket pivot, 2, 3, 4 pocket pivots here, and then a 5th one here, and a bunch over here. Lots of accumulation signs in this guy. Accumulation distribution of B plus. Copart with a 3 weeks tight 75.60 add-on buy point. Of course, it kind of blew through it, but not really. So barely came into the buy point, and so far sold off. Nasdaq 1.72%, definitely cooling. That news wasn't great. Could just be a very short-term pop. Uber now down 0.73%. Ooh, snap. That's no bueno. Get out before G20 ends. Well, I don't know. I think if you have things that are stalling out, looking like they want to go lower, or just not acting correctly, I would reduce. I'm reducing a couple positions here. And Pays is coming in too. It's not bad though. Ooh, we're down 0.93%, leading the lows now. Volume doesn't seem to be huge though. And ZTO overtakes Pays. I'm going to close out of my Pays position. That's a big range on Pays. Eek. Nasdaq 1.73. That's not too bad. And we'll see what happens. Maybe they shake us out and buy it back towards the end of the day. Yeah, Pays has come down quite a bit. Always scary when that happens. Yeah, it is pretty early, Eli. But the leaders aren't showing a huge... Oh, Roku looks like it just got going up 4%. Had a little pop here out of some lows. Although on the daily chart, 4% doesn't look like a whole lot. Tesla's up here too. Tesla holding up towards highs, which is good. Well, for Tesla. And AMD still towards the lows of the day. Biomed towards the highs of the day. Getting close to that trend line. ServiceNow. Snap actually holding decently. EPAM also holding well. iRobot selling off. Netflix doing really good. Nice gap and holding that gap. So nice things here for Netflix. Netflix looks good. Illumina looks like it's ready for bigger and better things, that's for sure. Look at this thing. That's just beautiful. Good volume on the right side. And just a very large pattern here. This goes all the way back to that October. This goes all the way back to the October sell-off. So this thing's been basing this entire time. This could be a huge run for Illumina. Drop in MasterCard. Let's look at that for a second. It's up 0.87%. What drop? Rejected at highs. Look, it gets rejected. Everything gets rejected at highs from time to time. It just goes with the market today. They're using this opportunity to kind of sell the market off. Look, if anything bullish came out of G20, they were going to pop the market. Just matters if it sustains or not. And so far, volume's really good today, but we have to see some sustained move. Yeah, MasterCard may just pull in a little bit more. But, you know, long term, there's really nothing wrong. Here's your 50-day on MasterCard. We're well above it. It'll inch its way into new highs. This thing just inches its way into new highs continuously. That's the story with MasterCard. Tesla leading our board here today, 4%. That's pretty good. I like that. Good volume. That volume sustained here too. We just got to pop this last the previous 5 minutes. It looks like took out that range. That's not bad. Tesla looking pretty good here, trying to take out those highs. How's our daily volume look? Not horrible. Definitely elevated. We'll probably will get above yesterday's volume if this keeps up in any way, shape, or form. Hold on. All right. Uber getting back to flat. So we're bouncing back a little bit here too. Pace still towards the lows of the day. Well, I guess not I guess we opened lower, but looking like a pretty large reversal candle here on Pace today. Nasdaq 1.73, so it's bouncing back a little bit. Roku, AMD, Tesla, ZTO leading the charge. Buddy, EPAM. Ooh, right back at highs. This guy looks like it's rocking. I was looking at, okay, let me look at, shoot. Okay, let me look at Illumina, then come back to EPAM. Well, yeah. Illumina, massive medical device maker. Just huge. And look at that beautiful cup. Look at that. Beautiful cup. 372. So 446 target. That's too much work for my brain today, guys. Gotta use a calculator. Nasdaq 1.8. All right, coming back with the bullishness. Good. Okay. Illumina, pretty good. Not great, but good. See you, Eli. Have a good day, buddy. ACB, absolutely. I want to look at an EPAM situation real quick, though, because it's trying to maybe break out too. 180, so that's 206. That one's not looking so hot. EPAM not looking so hot. ACB, let's take a look. My homework happens relatively quickly. Oh, yeah, not bad here. Not bad, Russ. Okay. What do they do? Adelante shares. Let's look at these guys on IBD. See if they show up. ABC. Oh, cannabis. Aurora Cannabis. Okay, yeah, looks like this guy's got a resistance line here. Coming right up to it this morning. Should show up pretty quickly there. There we go. So definitely coming up to some resistance on this guy. I'd say if it clears the trend line is probably, hopefully good for a go. It's been a nice consolidation. Goes all the way back here until mid-March. So that's not bad. Just a reminder, guys, after this Friday, I won't be here this Friday. And I will be back the following Wednesday. So keep that in mind here. I leave Friday. I'll be back on Wednesday. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe. Nah. Yeah, yeah. So last stream's Thursday. I'll be back next Wednesday. So ACB looks pretty good. I'd look to buy it over this trend line, though, which also coincides pretty closely to the 50-day moving average. So that'll be a easier indicator than trying to draw a trend line there if it, if that's weird for you. Interesting little double bottom here. I like how volume is very dry. Volume diminishing significantly here on the right side of the chart. And not bad. Illumina looks good. I do like that. That Illumina trade's pretty good, but if it breaks out, it's not going to be very good. So look at the numbers on Illumina. See if it made the paper at all. Nope. Oh, here we go. And nope. Didn't make the paper. Let's go take a look at. So look at it generally here. 96 composite rating, 88 relative strength rating. So pretty good. EPS is languishing at 79. Relative strength rating 88. SMR rating A plus or A. Accumulation distribution A minus. So pretty good overall for Illumina, as you expect from a company that basically prints money for a living. What do you do? Oh, I just print money. EPS change only 10% last quarter. That's why they're pretty tepid right there. 3-year sales growth rate 16%. Sales change last quarter only 8%. Pre-tax margin 28. ROE 26. A minus accumulation distribution. 8 quarters of increasing fund ownership. And the relative strength rating on Illumina getting better and better. Yeah, we had options and futures expiring last Friday, so that was called triple witching or quadruple witching Friday. There's a few terms for it. It's where, all the options and futures, and they all settle, so there's always huge spikes in volume. So they have a 372.71 entry for Illumina. All right, market 1.84%. Not too crazy. Pays back up towards the top of the range, which is nice. Of course, this is a very volatile stock. It's going to do that for you. We already went from way above the top to kind of 5th and 6th and 8th below, and now we're back up with just a few trades. So this one, luckily it's got some shares that trade, 758,000 average volume, so it's kind of above, but it's still pretty low price stock. Yeah, Pays has similar volume there, Rob, just for anytime you get around, I think it's March, June, September, then December, the 3rd or last Friday in the month. It gets pretty crazy. ZTO actually holding the low this morning, which is pretty good, right underneath your buy point, which is up here at about 20 and change for ZTO. I really like Tesla holding up here. I think this is very bullish for Tesla. Broke out of that consolidation, which we were looking for. Oh, let me see if there's a Tesla trade to be had here. Although their options are insane, so it's hard to jump in front of this guy. Yes, even 380. That's good gain. It's really good gains, actually. Too good. If you go out pretty far, that's still pretty good gains if you want to. That's a pretty expensive option, though. Really expensive. I'd go super deep in the money on that one, which makes it more expensive. I don't want to put up that much capital in Tesla for 2 years. All right, what kind of news do they have for Tesla today? Hundred-year bonds are selling. What? Who would buy 100-year bond? Wow. $1.17 for 100 years. That's the dumbest thing. Crazy. All right. 1.79 for the Nasdaq. It's like Tesla pulled in a little bit. Look at that beautiful Tesla chart. Twilio still not looking horrible here on the daily chart. Uber down 0.54%. Coming back down to a breakout point. So far we're stalling out here, guys. Definitely not the best looking market that we've ever seen. Even our China names, I don't think, are doing so great. What's that? ENDP, way down there at lows. 96 back in 2015 to 354 recently. Like a couple weeks ago recently. We need tweets. No, we don't need more tweets, Russ. I don't want more tweets. I want a non-news driven market is what I actually would like, but you know, we can't have everything. EDU, good move today. That's a nice one. Come on. EDU is a Chinese education company. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-week cup base breakout. Volume looks like it's 45 minutes in. What the hell? Oh, I'm putting those. Yeah. They're doing weird stuff to my neighborhood. Okay, so EDU, yeah, not bad here today. I don't mind the breakout. It is a China name. Yeah, there you go, Russ. Yeah, it definitely is all jokes on both sides. This is the best looking chart right now that I've seen. Lots of pocket pivots through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a breakout to boot. Just got to see if we're going to get breakout volume today on EDU. Planet Fitness broke through the 50-day. Coming back to the 50-day. Has not broken. It actually stalled at the 50-day. Could be a shorting opportunity. Yandex, very large pattern. Looking pretty bullish, as a matter of fact. Actually looks really good. AMD's been a very choppy stock. Coop looking good. This guy just moving on with the program. Nothing to see here, guys. It's like no 3 weeks tight pattern. No 3 weeks tight pattern. Maybe a 3 weeks tight here. Nope. So nothing to see here with Coop, just continued. This thing pulls back. Usually it's buyable here. It hit the 50-day and bounced off pretty hard. Of course, I was on earnings. So it looks like there's probably omitting a lot of that garbage. You have a nice range right there. There you go. That's a pretty nice trend line there on Coop. INS break of consolidation on the. Oh yeah, did the other day. Looks like yesterday. Definitely curling up. Absolutely. Yeah, that would have been your best buy point right there. Yeah, not bad. Up 8% today as well. Yeah, definitely pretty extended to do anything here. Where were we? I remember Yandex. We'll go back to Yandex. Looks really good. I really like the look of Yandex sitting there at that. There's that 40 resistance from over here that I pinned a while ago. Looks like we broke. Yandex is a Russian stock. It's kind of hard to get super bullish on it. 43% drop. So that would negate it from pretty much every pattern. So it's going to be whatever it is now, which is probably going to be 11%. So that'd be a flat base right there. And it looks like we're trying to break out from there. We've tried a few times already. From this area, right? Which is this area. So technically the way IBD works, this would be your new buy point. We've already chopped up through this level, so it negates it. So that would be your 10 cents above that level. This high here would be your IBD buy point, which is 38.17 is the high, so 38.27. And we're at 39.45. So above a buy point. The volume this morning not very great for a breakout day. Needs to get moving. It's gonna be 40% above average volume. So 2.5 million shares, arguably. And we're only at 490. And you're not going to sustain this volume throughout the day. So that's not going to work out in terms of breakout volume. But Yandex does look pretty good. Arguably in a nice uptrend. Nice consolidation. I'm going to go through, see if there's anything new to add to the mix here. Xilinx here. Pretty interesting. The biggest base it's had in quite a while. Nothing really actionable at the moment. Still a lot of room to play. EC has a lower high and a higher low. So that's an interesting play right there on the daily chart. It's come down significantly, though. Oil play, it looks like. CDNS. This is on was on an IBD list. A Biomed. This one with a much larger consolidation. Ugh. My kind of play. A little steep for my liking, but As long as its numbers are good, I'm willing to give it a little bit of leeway. What's up, Jake? And numbers are not very good. 64 composite rating and 12 relative strength. Of course, that makes sense. We've been in a downtrend since even before October. We had over here in June a year ago. And then yeah, so when the market took a bear, this thing hasn't recovered. So not my favorite. And like I said, with a 64 composite rating, I was hoping for more in that one. Develops medical devices designed to assist or replace the pumping function of the heart. 65 EPS change last quarter. Those are good numbers. 3 quarters last average EPS growth of 60%. Those are good numbers. So maybe there's some hidden value here. 3 years EPS growth rate 68%, which is good. So they only missed on EPS estimated change for the current quarter's 24%. Estimate revisions were lower. Last quarter's earnings surprise was very slightly negative. Relative strength rating of 12. We know that's garbage. Percent off the 52-week high. Not a number, really. I'm pretty sure there's a number here. It's going to be like 50%. 41% off of the high. Accumulation distribution rating is a D-, which is really bad. Up down to volume of 0.9%. Change in funds owning stock is 4%. Quarters of increasing fund ownership is 8%. So that part's good. MedTech stock of Biomed makes the world's smallest heart pump dubbed Impella, but shares hit a skid after first quarter sales lagged analyst expectations. I guess less people are dying from heart disease. That seems unlikely. Biomed's earnings have grown by 71%. Ranks number 32 of the top growth stocks list. And they don't say much about it other than that. So, yeah, I would argue this isn't horrible. Don't know if there's something I can do about not horrible. I usually don't trade not horrible. But I do like the fact that this is in a very long downtrend. Kind of has it's a medical device maker, so it's pretty unique in its industry. Unless there's something coming out behind it, I don't see why. I mean, an EPS rating of 60% growth should get you somewhere in this world. Come on, kids, you've got a lot of potential. Yeah, 60% last 3 quarters average EPS growth rate, and this thing's been down for 3 quarters. ABMT. I'm going to do a little bit more research on this guy, because this could potentially be a nice play. Impella. Competitors to Impella. Okay, May 13th, 2019, FDA approves Impella 5.0. Just Googling Impella competition. Let's look at this Impella 5.0 thing. Impella LD extended duration of use to 14 days for cardiogenic shock derived from AMI or cardiomyopathy. Oh, they put a nice picture of a family up there. How cute. It doesn't tell me anything. Competition rife. What does that mean, rife? This was a year and a half ago, an article. Stiff competition adds to the woes. So rife means there's a lot of competition. Look at this thing on the weekly chart, man. Just a huge, huge. Actually, I could just make this bigger. Look at that freaking thing. Holy crap. Wow. $5 to $500 in, well, from 2009. That's insane. All right, we got to find stuff like this, guys. All right, everybody, go find the next huge medical device maker. Yeah, find these companies that basically have a monopoly on their market, especially these medical device ones. That's pretty good. I mean, look at this thing, man. For 2 years. This is monthly. There's a base. It's hard to see bases on a monthly chart. There's a base. So 2 bases. That could have been a base too, an interim base. That could have been a base. That's 4 months worth of price action. So a few bases up in here, but we've definitely taken some profits. It's taken a while. They're holding up pretty strong above some pretty big levels. Hmm. Oh, wow. This website I found, Owler, OWLER.com. It's got a big pop. It won't let me do anything until I sign up. Fine. Fine, I'll sign up. Send you to my spam account. this thing eventually coming back up seems pretty pretty not bad. Okay, so Heartwave, Heartware. Biomed is definitely a better name. Medtronic, that name looks familiar. 30 billion revenue. Well, no major danger, no major stranger danger there. So let's see, we're finding some resistance here at the 50-day moving average. 200's moving a little bit lower. 5-minute looks great. That looks like a huge bull flag. Yeah, 460 is a high. That's probably a pretty big long shot. .6. So year over year, that one doubled. That's pretty good. Oops. A big supportive candle right there. Not bad. Not great. Uber taking on the chin today. Market 1.47% coming back down. Pretty good, actually. Pays down to 1.34%. I'm going to close my pays trade. I was up pretty good on that one. I'm just going to take profits that are available to me. Better than letting them evaporate. If they do. Still got that Twilio position. Looks like my buy sucked. It's still a little too heavy. But the TQQQ guy's doing pretty good with that pop-up today. We'll see if that changes, though. Market looks like it's kind of ready to pull in a little bit. 1.44%.